And he posts relatively regularly on here, sometimes videos that he can't or won't post to YouTube for some reason. Ooh, photosensitive vampires. And a T-slur.
So this is a video about, I guess I'll just focus on two stereotypes, vampires and zombies.
Shamrockstar, thanks for the 20
So hidden in
bits.
these stories is part of tranny culture. They are vampires. They are zombies.
This is true. I suck the blood of the cis every night to sustain me. This is true.
You know, the Borg pretty much represents what these creatures are like.
Resistance is futile.
You'll be assimilated to their tranny culture, whether you like it or not. And so yeah, like I said, this video, I'm going to talk about vampires and zombies. So I guess I'll just do the zombies really quick because I actually have a story about the vampires. So zombies, right, they eat brains. That's how these trannies harvest human growth hormone from the brain.
Oh, he's being literal. Yeah, this is true. I wait in dark alleys for white cis men to find their way into the alley, and then I hit them with one of those club things that you see in the movies. They get knocked out. I crack open their skull, and I get the goods from the inside of their brains. It's delicious.
From the human brain. They get it out of the pineal gland, I think. I don't know exactly, but whenever somebody dies, they drain their body of their juices. They take the hormones out of their brain.
Hans, they make hormones in labs now, right? It's true that in the past we had to, like, literally extract hormones from, like, people or even animals, but I'm pretty sure they can make synthetic hormones now, right? We can produce them. Graham Delfini, thanks for the 245 bits.
Saw the head open, take out, so, you know, make sure that you don't ever get an autopsy. If you have a will or something like that that says what you want, you got to make sure that the doctors don't cut you open and take all your hormones out.
Hans, no one's taking anything from your body if you're not an organ donor. You're fine. And even if they were, they're not extracting hormones from human beings. That would be incredibly inefficient.
Because, yeah, that's where zombies eating brains. It's because these trannies, they literally harvest hormones from human brains. And, you know, there's probably more things with a zombie. You know, the living dead. I don't know. There might be some truth to that. These creatures might be some sort of
Baja
living
Blast
dead.
says we use bacteria to get
so, yeah,
hormones
vampires.
made
Really,
synthetically.
this is an interesting one. So vampires, yeah, they probably do drink blood. They probably do drink baby blood as like a youth serum.
Hans, if you drink baby blood, it doesn't make you younger. What are you talking about? It's just, you just digest the blood, and if the baby has hepatitis, you'll probably get it. Like, what are you talking about?
So that's true. I mean, just think about it. How many people do you know that have needed blood transfusions in their life? So it happens, sure. I'm sure it happens.
I mean, yeah, it happens all the time. If you're in any sort of accident where you lose a decent bit of blood, they're going to give you a blood transfusion.
Some people have had blood transfusions sometime during their life, but I'd say most people haven't. And still, I see blood drives all the time. So they're doing something with all...
Right, because one patient, if they've lost a bunch of blood, will need a lot of blood. They'll probably need more than one little bag of blood that... Excuse me. They'll need more than one little bag of blood that you got, like... How do I put this? One patient's need for blood would require many, many people donating blood to fulfill. Does that make sense? So, yeah, there's blood drives everywhere because you need a lot of people to donate blood to get enough blood to help people who have been in accidents or are doing surgeries or anything that requires, you know, replenishing blood that's been lost. Cotton Candy 903. Hans doesn't understand science. You don't say.
All of this blood, and trust me, they're not using all of the blood for transfusions. I'm sure that they make all sorts of pharmaceuticals out of it, and they may drink it. They may inject it into themselves. They may take young people blood and inject it into themselves as some sort of youth agent. So yeah, that's true. Vampires, what else? They come out at night. So that just goes with the inversion. I'm sure that there are plenty of these creatures that totally live just nocturnally. You know, there's...
Guilty!
creatures that walk backwards, so I'm sure that there's plenty that are just nocturnal. They have their orgies and things probably at night and during full moons and things like that. So, but yeah, the big story, the one that I have, that I always forget to talk about this, light sensitivity. It really is a thing with these hormone abusers. And so, just in general, like a lot of, a very FTM look that I think of is like the pretty boy, shaved legs, biker that always has the really ugly, like, sports shades, like no matter what. Yeah, I don't know.
What? Okay. Are you going to use what you picture in your head when you think of a trans person as evidence? Like, that's very specific. Like, you're into biker trans women with sunglasses. I mean, alright, that's cool, but, like, it's just kind of a weird specific thing, you know? The CB, thank you for following. Welcome to the stream.
That's just an FTM look. And I think it is partially because they're all photosensitive from abuse.
Hans, everyone's photosensitive to an extent. That's why people wear sunglasses. I'm not especially photosensitive. Like, Hans, look, and everyone else, look. Tentacle Todd, thank you for subscribing. So if you look up here, I have some lights that I use for filming and stuff. I can look directly at this light. It's fine. People wear sunglasses sometimes because UV rays are bad for you if you look at them too much with your eyes. I know, I just got off track. After this video, we'll get to the Chuds. But honestly, I think Hans rides the line between Chud and tinfoil because he's a conspiracy theorist, but all his conspiracy theory stuff is couched in this chuddy right-wing transphobia. So,
using hormones. They love their dark sunglasses. I don't know. I have light eyes, so I'm pretty photosensitive just as a person because I have really light eyes. I don't really like sunglasses, and I don't know. It's just that I think real men don't really like to accessorize. And I don't know. When the sun's high enough, my brow ridge kind of shields my eyes, or I'll just put my hand over my eyes if I need to shield my eyes. But
how? More... And I'm not body shaming Hans by any means. I don't care how Hans looks. That would require a huge brow ridge if, like, the sun is not directly overhead and your brow ridge is, like, shielding you like a baseball cap. You'd have to be like the Geico cavemen. Like, how like, prominent is your brow ridge?
More than that with these creatures. A lot of them are very photosensitive. So here's my story about my Rex dad, who is a tranny vampire. Just totally keeps the house dark and cold. It's very inhuman. You walk in there and it's dark and cold and empty. They really are like vampires. And always turns the lights off. So here's just an example of my Rex dad is just a vampire tranny. Photosensitive. So
Hans thinks his parents are secretly trans. He's so paranoid that he has transvestigated his parents and decided they are secretly trans, even though they're his parents.
We'll just be sitting there having a conversation, just a group of people, and my Rex dad will like walk in the room and just turn the lights out on everybody. And it also just shows how these creatures, nobody else exists in the world except for themselves. And that just shows you exactly, like, my Rex dad will literally walk into a room where a bunch of people are sitting, having a conversation and stuff, and she'll just go turn the lights off on everybody and just not even say anything about it. Just, she'll think that that's like a normal thing to do. So I've always known that my dad was just wrong, just not a human being. Like, what is that? I don't even know what they are. So, but not a regular human, just a vampire tranny. Yeah, I've gotten actually a few comments about that, about photosensitivity. The hormone abusers, they are very photosensitive, so leave a comment if you know about...
What does he mean by Rex dad? He means it has something to do with the dad being, like, trans or secretly not actually being his dad or something. I don't know specifically. I haven't seen a video where he explains that.
Photosensitive vampire trannies. All right, God bless everybody.
Oh, Hans. Oh, Hans, hun, no. This ain't it, bud. This ain't it.